I should have went live. I kind of wanted to go live. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. We're back for a second video of the day. I kind of wanted to go live just to like talk because I kind of just want to talk. And even though I don't have anything to talk about, so let's go see what is down to the blogs. Let me just make sure that this is actually recording because it's trying to say that I'm not charging my phone, but hold on. Okay, girl, I didn't even check girl, I was trying to see why the phone wasn't charging, but it is charging. But let me check the audio. Okay, I'll be right back.
I sponsor the now. Yes. I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
Okay, so the audio is good. It says, girl, this is the first story. Okay, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know you stopped by. This is the first story that comes up on the blogs. It says NickCannon on whether his 6 mothers of his children get along.
I am tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.
The truth of the matter is, NickCannon is not the only one having these experiences. I'm so annoyed with this idea that NickCannon is the only one out here making a bunch of babies with a bunch of different women. And he only did that so that he can perform. Didn't we just hear that guy the other day talking about men use women as a way, like trophies and collectors and badges, as a way to signal to other men? Like, that's what he did. That's what he did. NickCannon. If you lived in Los Angeles for any amount of time, you would know that NickCannon's reputation was the corny businessman, the corny Disney Nickelodeon dude who made good business decisions. That is what that's how you know NickCannon. What you saw in that movie with Christina Milian, that's the vibe. That is literally the vibe. Can't Buy Me Love. What was it? Can't Buy Me Love was a Patrick Dempsey, but this one it was almost. I think it was called Can't Buy Me Love. It was the same idea that the nerd tries to get with the popular girl. The popular girl makes the nerd popular, and then the nerd pushes the popular girl to the side because he got the clout that he needed to get by being associated with her. Girl, the way I want to do this, I just really want to do this full time. I've gotten to, girl, I almost told y'all something that I shouldn't share with everybody. Too many people watching. Hey y'all, I need to be in the center of this damn screen. I know that much. Somebody said the other day that me smoking reefer makes him uncomfortable. And please don't cuss me out. That was kind of funny because I would wear somebody out, but not for you being uncomfortable with me smoking weed. I would just encourage you to consider why you have an issue with me smoking weed, why it makes you uncomfortable, right? Because it really doesn't have anything to do with me. It's what I'm doing. It doesn't have anything to do with me personally, but what I'm doing makes you uncomfortable. And so I would kind of maybe try to analyze, or as they say, unpack what you probably have a stigma as it relates to weed smoking. And then a woman weed smoking. That's another thing, another issue, right? That this woman is smoking weed on camera, like, oh my God, respectability, right? See where you are in the realm of respectability politics and how you might be, trying to apply that to me. I'm not offended by you not liking that I smoke weed. This is my channel and I'm gonna do what I want to do. But I think that you should like unpack that. Like, why do I have a problem with her smoking weed? What is it? Is it the freedom? Is it her being like not taking any regard to what we have been told how women should show up, right? The way I be wanting to come down here looking crazy, like women can't really come down to the internet looking crazy. A nigga could jump on and his hair look like he just got out of a washer and dryer and can look crazy. But the girls, we can't come down here looking crazy because y'all will be in the comments like, are you okay? Is everything all right? The girl, is you depressed? What, are you going through something? Are you okay, girl? I'll let your body decide if this is good enough for you. Already folded up for you. Already folded up for you. That's my shit. I love Kalani's song. I love that song. She said, it's already folded up for you. I already folded it for you. And you know what's so crazy? I was thinking about a relationship that I was in and how every single time I would like find joy in something, that person literally had to call out something negative and like just take out all the joy of like me enjoying a song, and all of a sudden you want to say something negative about the person singing the song. It's just like, why you act like that? Let's pull another tarot card. I pulled a tarot card on my other video. This is not going to be a recurring thing. Two of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Two of Coins, balancing life decisions, making a decision, going through the ebbs and flows, but you got to make a decision. Make a decision. All right. First card we had was Six of Cups. And I always look at that as like a service card. And then the Two of Coins, making decisions, going through the ebbs and flows of things, but literally needing to decide and make a decision on the things that's happening. That's how I interpret the cards. So yeah, I love tarot. I love the original deck. Do you know the original deck of the tarot was designed, like these images were designed by, she might be considered a biracial Black woman, but she's a Black woman who designed these images were designed and drawn by a Black woman. These images, all of them. Did y'all know that? If you didn't know it, now you know. Let's find her name. I can't remember her name off bat, and I should know, but I can't remember her name off bat. Who is the woman who drew the designs for the tarot? Pamela Coleman Smith. Here, let me show you a picture of her. Here she is. That's her. And she drew the Rider tarot deck. She drew these pictures. Isn't that awesome? And then her signature is in all of them. There's her signature here. There's a star card. Her signature is like a little squiggly line with the line going through it. Here, let me see if I can find it on a card that you can really see it, because a lot of them are kind of oh, here, you can see it good on the world card. Look right here. That's her signature right there in every card. Isn't that awesome? Did y'all know that? Y'all didn't know that? If you didn't know that, now you know. So a little trivia for you. Yeah, her signature is in every, right there in the corner. Not where my nail is, but at the bottom here. Yeah. Yeah. So a little trivia if you didn't know. Yes, she is. The people say she's biracial, but I think she's identified as a Black woman. So I don't know what her identity would be. But yeah. The woman who drew the designs for the most famous tarot deck, Rider-Waite, was Pamela Coleman Smith. She was a British-American artist, illustrator, and writer. While A.E. Waite is credited for the overall concept and symbolism of the deck, Smith created 78 iconic images. She was a member of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, if you know, you know, where she met Waite and her synesthetic, how do you pronounce this word? Hold on. Synesthetic. Her synesthetic ability to see colors associated with sounds influenced her artistic style. She was February 16th to September 16th. She lived until 1951, and her nickname was Pixie. There's her signature down there. She died at 73 in England. In 1951, she died. She was born, they said where she was born in central London. She was the only child of a Brooklyn, New York, Charles Edward Smith, son of Brooklyn Mayor Cyrus Porter Smith, and wife Corinne Coleman, sister of painter Samuel Coleman. In 1989, they moved to Jamaica, where Charles Smith took a job with a West India Improvement Company, a financial syndicate involved in extending the Jamaican railroad system. The Smiths lived in the capital, Kingston, for several years, traveling to London and New York. She moved to Brooklyn at the age of 15, where she enrolled in the Pratt Institute, which had been founded 6 years earlier. She then studied art under Arthur Wesley Dow, painter, printmaker, photographer, and influential arts educator. Her mature drawing style showed clear traces of visionary qualities of symbolism and romanticism in the preceding arts and crafts movement. In 1896, while Smith was in art school, her mother died in Jamaica. Smith herself was ill on and off during these years, and in the end left Pratt in 1897 without a degree. She became an illustrator. Her father died when she was 21. She returned to England that year, continued her work as an illustrator. She wrote and illustrated 2 books about Jamaican folklore. Yeah, go read her wiki. It's very long. She has a long history. She died at 73 years old. Yeah, did y'all know that? Y'all didn't know that? Okay, that was a little trivia. All right, let's get back to NickCannon, child. Okay, that was on the Jasmine brand. Let's see. It says NickCannon on whether the 6 mothers of his children get along. His response: no. And he probably prefers that. Men, when I tell you, men love to create triangulations. They love that the women that they are with don't speak to each other. Because if you spoke to each other, y'all would probably get rid of him. On a recent episode of his podcast, NickCannon at Night, a fan asked about managing multiple co-parenting relationships while dating. Why is he dating? Who is dating NickCannon? If you out there are dating NickCannon, please go get therapy today. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, now. Please. Cannon explained, I've always kind of had an issue with the term co-parenting. When you start throwing labels on things, I think it does more harm than help and can get very dangerous because then everybody else has a preconceived notion of what you're doing. He added, I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't gotten it all the way right. But also to your point, if I just step into every situation with respect and compassion and individuality, that's the other thing that I always do with anyone involved in my life. When Cannon who shares 12 children with 6 women, was asked if all the mothers get along, he laughed and said, no, do you think 6 women anywhere can get along? Of course, it has to do with their gender, why they can't get along. Not that they've been triangulated in this fucked up situation with this nigga who paid them to have a baby. I'm going to read a couple of the comments and then we're going to move on. I feel so bad for Mariah. Oh my gosh, all she wanted was some black babies. This is what his career has come to. I guess his ploy to stay relevant worked. I know plenty of women who get along. They don't get along because of you, not them. Thank you. All right, that was only a couple of comments. I mean, I told you Jasmine brand, they don't get a lot of traction on their posts. It depends on the subject. KidCudi is opening up about his reluctance to take the stand during the sex trafficking trial of Diddy and why he ultimately chose to see it through. Now I'm going to go to the Hollywood Unlocked for that because I know that that's going to have more engagement and so we can read the comments. But let's listen to what he had to say.
You testified in court.
Yeah.
How did you feel going into that situation?
Oh man. I felt I was calm. You know? I was there because I had to be. Like I first they asked, I said no. They asked again. I said no. Then I got subpoenaed. And I was like, fuck. Shit. No. Then I'm thinking about like, what do I wear, man? Do I have to be like fucking suit or something? I was like, man, fuck this shit. This is what I'm wearing today. I'm going to fucking shit in this. I'm not dressing up for this shit. Like wearing some hard bottoms. I'm wearing some fucking Solomons, and I'm coming in there with my Levi's and my leather jacket, and that's,
You testified in
but I hated every minute of it. Like I did not want to do it. But then I thought about, when I was up there, I'm here to support Cassie. And, Cassie is my friend, and I love her and I want to see her do well. When I saw her get married, I was so happy for her, that she found someone, her person. When I saw that she was having kids, I was like, oh, this is so awesome. You know what I mean? Like, I've always just wanted to see her, thrive and do well and be happy, because I know she was living a nightmare. And I just was there to support her. That's what kind of gave me peace with it when I sat down in that chair. It was just about, damn, I don't want to do this, to being like, oh man, I gotta like whole homegirl, But I hate and like, look out for her, and like, look out for her.
I didn't even like his testimony. I don't think that like his intentions might have been to help Cassie, but I guess the line of questioning made it seem like when they asked him at the end, did you feel like she played you, right? And that's literally probably came from Puffy told his lawyer to ask, do you feel like she played you? And he said, yes, I felt like I got played. So for me, I felt like that was a nod to the patriarchy and to, at the end of the day, I need to maintain the relationship with manhood and being aligned with men rather than help this woman in my testimony. That question in particular is what stood out to me, and the use of the language, because we know that is our language, right? She played me, right? People don't really talk like that. So I felt like that was a question that Puffy told his attorney to ask Scott. So I feel like, I don't know. I don't feel like, I mean, like, he told the truth about it. And I don't feel like Cassie looked bad from his testimony, but it's just that last question for me. I feel like that wasn't helpful, whether his intentions were to help her or not. So let's read some of the comments. I said, but he didn't support her. His testimony didn't support her. He told those people that he got played. I said, come on, Scotty. And then someone in the comments said, this shit's minor and it actually gives him more credibility. He told his truth. It may not have shown her in the best light, but it was the truth according to him. What else was he supposed to do? But he was supporting Cassie, as he claims in the video, though. His testimony was truthful and backed by claims Cassie made about the extremes Diddy went to keep her from, I don't know, something him, but you can't expect him to get up there and lie. I said, did my comment suggest that he should lie, girl? And he did. He put his life in danger and then ran right back to Diddy. He told the truth. He did the best way he could while telling the truth. That's what Diddy's lawyer used in the closing arguments. You said he didn't help her. When did he help? He did the best he could. He told his truth. Further explains, why are you yelling? Like I said, people just be wanting to argue with folks. He went and told his truth, silly. And you have to call me silly. Why? Do you want to make this interaction hostile? Sandra is not a victim. You're right. She's a survivor. I love how you guys say somebody is not a victim. Somebody was victimized. Yes, she was a victim of assault. She was a victim of a non-consensual interaction, sexual interactions. She may have consented 3 times, but she didn't consent 3 other times. Y'all have got to get out of the victim blaming thing. That is literally a tenet of the patriarchy. Victim blame, victim blame. They blame black people for the state of black people in America. They blame you for the state of your community in America. They blame you for it. Don't you get it? Stop blaming people for being harmed by other people. Again, whether, oh, look at those pretty lavender fields. My background just changed. This is like really beautiful lavender fields. Beautiful. So I'm not going to even want to, I don't even want to finish it. That was a sign for me not to even finish explaining that. Okay, let's read some of the other comments. Your testimony showed a side of her character we didn't know. It actually hurt her image because he wasn't found guilty in your car or none of that. Multiple things can be true at the same time. Cassie was 100% abused in her relationship. She also got other people involved in her toxic relationship with Diddy and going back to him. That in this situation could have gotten Cudi killed. So I appreciate that he was still willing to help her. He had no choice. He was suspended. You heard him say he didn't want to do it twice, and he was suspended. I mean, subpoena. Cassie is my friend and I want to see her do well. In the case of justice, it isn't about seeing your friend do well. It's about the truth and nothing but the truth. And turns our Cassie wasn't as innocent as she tried to make us think she was, but it was indeed a victim of DV. I'll give her that. We all saw the video. And what's crazy is, and the sad part is, just based on your last sentence, you probably would not believe her if a video didn't exist. Why did I have a dream last night that Diddy was free and doing a press conference? Don't try to clean it up now, homie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the way that they asked him the questions. It didn't seem like he was in support of her. But then he also just said that twice they asked him to come, and then he was subpoenaed. He had no choice. Or he would have had a warrant out for his arrest. Wow, Ice Spice and her mom look like sisters. Wow. Okay, girl. Krishan Rocks reveals she was charged $350 for a wash and set.
But we don't care.
Okay. Let's see what else. Police investigating T. Hood's murder as a possible self-defense shooting, girl. As the mother condemns his decision, he was walking away and got 5 shots in the back. We won't let this ride. Okay, well, we'll get an update when they arrest the boy. TracyT, little T, Lady T, said he was moving his son in with him after Cash Doll announced the Zadarius Smith split. Bitter baby daddy. TracyT claimed he was taking his son to live with him moments after Cash Doll announced her split from Zadarius on Sunday. Since then, it appears Cash and NFL player have reconciled. Thoughts on Tracy's previous comments? Listen, y'all get ready for his voice. He got a little munchkin voice. Girl, the way my pussy would fold up, talking about Kaylani's folded, my pussy would fold up and put itself back in the drawer if a nigga sounded like this talking to me.
Friend.
Listen.
My son finna be with me. He moving with me. Ain't finna be goddamn. I know that nigga be. Ain't my son finna be knowing nigga, man. That ain't his daddy. Finna be right here, daddy. Feel me? He moving with Tracy. Just desperate, man. You feel me? Yeah, go get my son ASAP. Don't trip. He'll be here ASAP. I ain't playing no goddamn game. Get your BM back, man. She laid up for a house. I'm about worrying about her. Come on, get her back. Tracy. Tell the shit to get. They be playing when I tell y'all about that money. Y'all think this free or something. Don't be goddamn hitting me about on my DM when I come to y'all with some money. Okay, dog. I don't know. Probably.
He said, fuck Cash Doll. It's not funny. It's his voice. It's his voice. It really is his voice, girl. Somebody call him the Puerto Rican princess and it fits. I don't know how she dealt with his voice. He's going to take his son because he's bitter, but leave his daughter. Having a baby daddy is so ghetto. Not mentioning his daughter is diabolical. How she end up with him in the first place? He act like Offset. What could possibly be wrong with the way Cash Doll is parenting that makes him see her as unfit? But instead of taking both children, he's only taking his son. He is jealous of that video where his son said he wants to stay in Zadarius's arms. He didn't say none of this before, and he shouldn't have cheated. Oh, now he's losing it because he thought it was over. Every day he reminds her that she made the right decision by leaving. He's definitely the Puerto Rican princess that she was talking about on her Shannon Sharp interview. He's jealous and bitter because his children like Zadarius. A week ago, it was, I'm glad they got a stepdaddy. Poor Cash Doll is sitting somewhere thinking, what the hell was I thinking? She's not the only one. She is not the only one. That voice, that little munchkin voice, I can't deal with it, girl. I cannot deal with that munchkin mouth. I can't. Oh, come on, Chloe Bailey. Shout out to Chloe Bailey. The girl is upset because I said Cardi B. She said single after single. And I said, you must not understand how releasing music works. You get a couple of singles before the album, typically 3 singles before the album comes out. Then she goes, I understand how releases work, but this isn't just a couple of singles. This is a pattern and lazy. She only released singles within a few years of those singles. She either is featuring or had features. Usually artists, if they have an album and they want to do a preview of the single, they release 1 or 2 songs and the album will follow immediately after. What y'all not going to do is take 10 years to wait for an album and then try to make it seem normal because this is your fave. Girl, she can release an album whenever the fuck she want to release the album. She's not one of your faves, but you have this entire paragraph. Do you not like her music, or are you someone else's fan trying to find a small space to criticize? Help me out. I never said I didn't like her music, never said I wasn't a fan, but I'm a true hip hop fan. That has nothing to do with how record labels release albums, sweetie. This is not hip hop. Okay, so then why did you mention you're a hip hop fan? The only person that I had an album anticipated 10 years was Lauryn Hill. That album is now 30 years old and still gets played on the radio as if it just dropped. Songs like X Factor are classics. I don't know the last time I heard any songs of her album or remember any. The amount of words I write or paragraphs shouldn't deflect on the truth. And no, she's not my favorite. I said the way album and singles are released isn't exclusive to hip hop acts. It's just how record labels do it. She does features to keep her name in the cycle. She released 2 singles and typically 2 or 3 singles are released before the album. Are you annoyed that she didn't release her sophomore album when you wanted her to? Like, what are you annoyed about? Because it took her so long to release the album. Y'all be acting like you're so annoyed with the way that artists create. But guess what? An artist cannot create on your time or else you're going to get something that sucks. So however long it takes someone to create something, they're creating it. You cannot tell somebody you're taking too long to create something. You shut up and just wait. That's it. Legs closed, you're a mom. That was one of the comments I just saw. Girl. Let's see what else is happening. Okay, that's on the Jasmine brand. ToreyLanez denied bid to present new witness claims in the Megan Thee Stallion shooting case. Main appeal still pending. Girl, give it the fuck up. I cannot truly. Shout out to Julian. I truly cannot wait for him to be deported. I can't wait either. Girl, get out of here. Judges follow the law, not the comment section. Girl, it says ToreyLanez has suffered. Here he come down the hall with his little belt buckles clinking, little fucking miserable leprechaun. Here he come, trying to fight people. When I tell you he's literally a little short Dennis the Menace to society, like literally the embodiment of that. ToreyLanez has suffered another legal blow in his ongoing battle to overturn parts of his conviction for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. On Tuesday, August 12th, the California Court of Appeals rejected 2 petitions, according to legal affairs and trial journalist Megan Cuniff. One petition focused on Lane's claim that his driver did not testify during the trial. Whose fault is that? Girl. The other was tied to an alleged news statement from the security guard for Kelsey Nicole Harris, a key witness in the case. Both petitions were denied, meaning these specific claims will not advance. The decision marks a setback for Lanez, whose legal team has been working to challenge his conviction and sentence since his 2022 guilty verdict. Despite the ruling and the fact that I love that Meg just keeps going, keep rising to the top, just keeps going up. Just going up the escalator. Bye, like that little girl, but going up the escalator. Girl, every day. Despite the ruling, Lanez's main appeal remains active. The court has scheduled an oral arguments on August 18th in LA, where his attorneys will present broader arguments in hopes of securing relief. And let me tell you something, what an attorney, as long as you keep me on retainer, as long as you have me putting in these hours, these billable hours, girl, I'm going to do whatever you want me to do. You want me to appeal it? How many times you want me to appeal it, Torey? You fucking miserable little imp. You and your whole family a disgrace. Little evil monster. Here he comes. We represent the Lollipop Guild. The Lolly. T.I.'s in that group too. T.I.'s in that group. We represent the Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild. We represent the Lollipop Guild. And welcome you to Munchkin Land. Little sawed off bastard. I hope you rot in jail, you miserable bitch. WendyWilliams' neurological diagnosis triggers Guardian's push to pause the A&E lawsuit. Okay, it says, I got some reefer in my mouth. It says, WendyWilliams' medical evaluation is now complete, according to her court-appointed guardian, Sabrina E. Morrissey, who is asking to pause an ongoing litigation with A&E over its 2024 documentary. In an August 5th filing, Morrissey said medical specialists have formed an opinion concerning Wendy's neurological condition and diagnosis, including whether she has the ability to make decisions regarding the lawsuit. An opinion followed extensive medical and neuropsychological testing, including brain imaging. Morrissey cited complications from challenges to the guardianship by Wendy's families and others, requesting a 3-month pause until the guardianship court rules on its status. A&E agreed to delay, but asked for an early deposition of Wendy, citing concerns over her purported progressive neurological disease. Morrissey sued A&E in 2024 over Where is WendyWilliams, which chronicled her talk show's end and the guardianship's beginning. Wendy's lawyer, Joe Tacopina, recently said the guardianship sickens him, and Wendy has compared it to a luxury prison. The whole shooting match, they be in on it. The judge, the doctors, they all be in on it. Let's just put in the paperwork that she has a neurological, no matter what the images say. Girl, you need a third party that has no ties to these people. I don't trust none of them motherfuckers at all. The judge, the doctors, none of them. Sorry, I don't. Sounds like the diagnosis wasn't what Sabrina wanted it to be. Sabrina trying to flee. She ain't slick. Her time is up. Mind you, Ye and Krishan are still free, right? Free my girl. Free WendyWilliams. We should all be concerned. How hard is it for a doctor to see a brain disease? Seriously, everybody needs to be concerned. Why is it so hard to diagnose a disease you can allegedly see on scans and by blood work? Because it doesn't exist. She had a lapse in judgment and they took advantage of her. Y'all go watch that movie. What was the movie? Take Care of Me, Take Care of Us. What was it called? And this exact thing, it happens like within the first 15 minutes of the film, how these people come in. A woman can make one little small choice that makes it look like she might be going through dementia, and then the court will come through and just like switch everything, the judge, everything, and then appoint some guardian. Who is this person? Appoint a guardian. It's a scam, and it's just a way to just keep like siphoning Wendy's money. I don't like it. Boxer Javante Davis domestic violence case dropped after victim declines to prosecute.
It was gone.
Let me just go in the bush and weep. Let me just go in the bush and weep. I just have to go in the bush and weep. Really.
Nessa is just as much of a loser at this point for giving him another kid. Y'all invite bullshit into your kids' lives and then fake surprise. That's sad. That is really sad. Okay, let's see. I think that's it for the day. I think I'm done talking.
Really, does it really hurt anybody?
What was it like being caught at the heart of the issue of race and you're being told
you using a black accent, you're appropriating.
Yeah, I think it was a lot, and I said things that I shouldn't have said in retrospect as I've gotten older, that I'm like, that's a horrible take that you had. But it was just a bad, perfect storm where you've got someone I have my limited view of America or culture, and I'm in the middle of these very heated, controversial conversations and very political, and I'm also 23, 24 during this, and so I think I know everything.
What do you regret about how you handled that time?
I think sometimes I just regret having an opinion at all, because it wasn't necessarily my place to have an opinion.
Iggy addressed speculation about her accent on Hot 97.
If other artists can play around with accents, does it really hurt anybody?
You feel good? I feel fucking hot. Tire marks. Finish line with fire marks. When the relay starts to run away train. Master, she on the pants, gotta spin it like a pastor. Raptor, basher, did like go like dasher, faster, motorbike faster. You gotta get a bitch, watch the rapture. White bitch go back and blow like a wind. House your rooftop of the wind. When I win, no when I win a leg up like she ain't got hoes on call. Got hoes on call to come through, take a protocol. Just damage it, that's my protocol. This many Australians on source and no camera. I don't care you all.
What was it like being caught?
Anyway, I'm glad we packed her up. Nicki Minaj imitates a British person every chance she gets. I don't want to hear it. Sounds like she took accountability. She could have been herself because an Aussie accent is cool. T.I. most likely told her to do a black accent. We know T.I. cultivated that whole little shit, and she played right into it. Saying that she was a slave catcher, or girl, like what? And then like literally changing your body. You got with Playboy Cardi, and then now you have a single mother over there. And them niggas will bolster you up just to be like, boop, once you get to the top. And women fall into it. Y'all give the men the benefit of the doubt when all you should be giving him is doubt. Just doubt. Not even the benefit. Just doubt everything. Everything. Well, we need to also check the men in the industry who thought it was a good idea to co-sign her. I really don't care, honestly. Okay, I think we're out of here, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Oh, Sha'Carri finally apologized, a public apology to her man. I guess that's another thing, acquiescing to what the public wants you to do. All right, I think that's it. All right, take care of each other. All right, I'm out. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.